Hello, Bronco fans and football fans everywhere. Welcome to Broncos Breakdown. This is a show that is everything Broncos and sports topics related. I'm your host, Bronco Bill. All right, guys, let's get right into it. Normally, I have Jeremy Case, who broadcasts the Broncos games, as well as the Avalanche, which is going to be starting tomorrow, Wednesday. You can catch him on the MHRT network. Just look up play-by-play by Jeremy Case or on the MHRT network. Now, couldn't be with me tonight, so I'm back to being solo, which is okay with me. It's fine. I can do it. All right, guys, let's get into it. We're going to start out with last Thursday's game. Really? You call that a game? Well, I mean, they played well. They kind of went back and forth and didn't really understand how to score a touchdown. Neither the Broncos or the Colts. None of them. Not one single touchdown in the entire game. Final score? Colts 12, Broncos 9. But if that's not enough, it went to overtime. Yeah, overtime tied 9-9. Can you believe that? Well, it never should have gotten to that point. Never should have gotten that point. And here's why. Denver's driving. They're inside the 5 or close to the 5, right in that area. I think it's 4th and 1. Yeah, 4th and 1. 4th and 1 to get a first down. Run out the clock. You're ahead 9-6. Yeah, very sloppy, pathetic game, but you're ahead 9-6. Run the ball. If you don't get it, who cares? Kick a freaking field goal. Now you're forcing the Colts to go the entire distance and score a touchdown, which they haven't done all night. So why in heaven's name would you think to do anything different? Enter Nathaniel Hackett. Yep, that's right. He says, you know what? We're not going to run it. We want to win this game. Let's throw a pass. Dude, you're already winning the game. What do you mean you want to win the game? You're already winning. And a field goal puts you up by 6. Yeah, I know that doesn't sound like a lot if you're a Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes. But when it's the Colts and they haven't scored a touchdown all game, why are you throwing the ball? Not only that, but Russell Wilson throws the ball to a double-covered Cortland Sutton. Oh, KJ Hammer's wide open at the 1 or the 2. And like he said, all I had to do was walk in. I could have walked into the end zone. That's not the point. I understand on that particular play, yes, that was the point, KJ. You're absolutely 100% correct. That was the point. He was wide open. But it never should have come down to that. It should not have. Why not run the ball? Seriously. Like I said, even if you don't get it, you forced the Colts to use their timeout if they had one yet. If they had one left, it forced them to call timeout. If they don't have one, that's even better. Nope. That's going to go for a pass because, it's not like the yardage is shrunk. Of course it has. It's only 10 yards in the end zone and you're at the 5. That's 15 yards worth of separation between end line and the and scrimmage line. That's not that much. Even if Wilson dropped back to the, 10-yard line, and it's still only 20 yards. It's not. Why are you doing? Okay, it's not mathematically more correct to run a pass play on 4th or 3rd and 1 than it is to run a run play. Like I said, even if they don't get it, you kick a field goal. But what happens? Russell Wilson rolls out to the right, throws a pass, bink, intercepted. Yes, intercepted. What happens? Time on the clock is left. Colts go down, get field goal position. Bingo. Score tied 9-9. We go to overtime. And Denver couldn't do it. Denver could not do it. And I got my story kind of mixed up. It wasn't the third quarter when they when it was 4th and 1. That was in overtime. So instead of tying the game at 12 and possibly ending in a tie, which I still think is better than a loss, no, they decided to go for a touchdown. It's 4th and 1. I know it's 4th and 1. But you don't throw a pass. But Hackett comes out and goes, well, we wanted to win the game. No kidding. No kidding. But if you get a first down, now you got 4 tries to get a touchdown, not just 1. I don't understand this team. I really don't. I know growing pains. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I got it. We've had growing pains for the last 6 cotton picking years. That's right. Since Peyton Manning retired, we've had growing pains every single year. And people want to talk about Vic Fangio, Vance Joseph. Yeah, talk all you want. But right now, they're not looking too bad because Nathaniel Hackett's only won 2 games as head coach. I think the least amount of wins we had was under Vance Joseph, and I think it was 6. At this point in time, guys, I don't think Broncos can win 5. Maybe 5. I know we got the Jets. Well, Jets just beat Dolphins. Handily, big time. I'm not too sure about that game. Jacksonville? I don't think so either. I don't think we can beat Jacksonville either. Oh, did you guys forget we also have the Baltimore Ravens? Yeah, Baltimore Ravens. We also have the Chiefs twice, the Chargers twice, and I'll get into that a little bit later. There's a game coming up, and a Raiders one more time. That's 5 more games within our own division. We've only won 2, guys. I know anything can happen, can turn around. We've had injuries like this. Yeah, those are excuses. Those to me are excuses because injuries happen. That's why you have more than just 11 guys on offense or 11 guys on defense and special teams. That's why you have 53-man roster, because you're going to need them at some point in time. Injury, maybe game plan, maybe formation, anything, any reason. That's why you have 53 guys on the team, because you know you're going to have injuries. You know you're going to have situations where you're going to need those guys. Injuries happen. I'm not happy about it. Absolutely not happy about it. Do I think that that's why the Broncos are 2-3? Sure. That possibly. Yeah, sure. That definitely weighs in. Of course it weighs in. But it also boils down to the head coach calling the correct play, calling a timeout when he needs to, when he should, throwing the red flag when he should, putting in the right personnel. I just don't think Nathaniel Hackett is calling correct plays in critical times. 4th and 1. You need a first down. Yeah, let's just throw it in double coverage. Yeah, no big deal. Incomplete. Yeah, that's cool. Whatever. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. People forget, and I need to bring this in. Yes, Russell Wilson was playing the Thursday night game with a torn, I believe it was a pec, torn something up here in his shoulder. His throwing shoulder, of course. So, where does he go? Wilson goes to L.A. Win. Wilson went to L.A. Friday after the game. Now, during the game, he threw 2 interceptions. One was like 20 yards over K.J. Hamler's head. I don't know what he was doing there. I have no idea. And then the interception in the end zone that I mentioned earlier in the third quarter. That's what tied the game, because the Colts went on down the field and got the field goal to tie it. Okay. Those are serious issues. But people say, oh, but he was injured. Well, then here's my question. If Wilson is injured And I know he wants to play. I know he wants to do the best for the team. Well, the best to me was don't play. Let Rippon play. And here's why. Rippon is not injured, for one. Rippon knows the system because he's the only quarterback starter. That's right, guys, in the preseason. So he knows the plays. Not only that, but if you're really wanting the best for the team, then why are you playing injured? Are you trying to tell me, Russell Wilson, right now, are you trying to tell me that you are better injured on your throwing shoulder than a Rippon would be 100% healthy? You're trying to tell me that you're better than Rippon with a torn, I don't know, I'm going to just say pec. I don't know what it is. So that's what you're telling me. Is that you're better than Rippon injured than he is healthy. And you think that's better for the team. Really? Yeah, you're kidding, right? Let me see. Yeah, you're kidding, right? Wow. Okay, well, that's why, in my opinion, the team is 2-3. They lost the first game to Seattle because horrible play call, horrible play calling, penalties, not knowing when the play clock's coming down. We're 2-3. We've lost to the Raiders, pathetically, but more pathetic, if it could get worse, than the Seattle game to open the season was last Thursday. I think Nathaniel Hackett needs to let the reins of calling the plays go to the offensive coordinator. Why is he calling plays? They're not working. They're not working, guys. Sorry, they're not. I know Russell Wilson's injured. Again, my point is, why is he in then? If they're constantly going to make mistakes, and he's the 2 interceptions was bad enough, but then he's missing receivers. He's throwing short. He's throwing over their head. He's throwing to the side of them. His shoulder is hurt. Put in Rippon. Now I'm going to get to that at the end of this show about the Bronco Charger game coming up on Monday night. I'll get into that, and I'd like to see what you guys think down the comment line. What you think when I make those points? Okay. Good news, though. However, we did get some good news. Also, the good news on the Russell Wilson therapy or getting treatment in LA was apparently he got a cortisone shot or something in the shoulder to try and heal up that process a lot faster than it normally would be. That's good news. Also, good news: Justin Simmons, Dulcich, and Ojemudia are back on the practice field today. Great news. Great news. I'm not too sure about Ojemudia or Dulcich seeing action in week 6, only because they haven't really had any of that kind of experience in game time action. But obviously Justin Simmons has. So if Simmons is ready and if he's passed the protocol for coming back off of IR, and everything pans out, then we should see him on the field at the safety position against the Chargers this coming Monday. That'd be great. That would be phenomenal to get somebody back who's a very, very solid defender. Okay, now, this is interesting. And reason why it's interesting is because of what Russell Wilson said, followed by a presser by Nathaniel Hackett. Here it is. Russell Wilson quoting Winston Churchill and said, "When you're going through hell, keep going," end quote. Where did that come from? Huh? When you're going through hell, keep going, end quote. Does that mean that Russell Wilson feels like he's in a super bad situation? Is his shoulder worse than what everyone's leading on? Is his mindset wishing he was back in Seattle? Is he not getting along with Nathaniel Hackett? Is he not getting along with his offensive coordinator? Is he not getting along with his players in the locker room? Wonder what's going on. Or he could be thinking along the lines of, this we're 2-3 and it's just a bad time on, the football team just in a bad situation. We've had some, very disappointing showings and this and that. And so we just got to keep going. Could it be that? Sure, it could. I just find it very interesting that he said that after he got his shot in LA for his injured right shoulder. I'm not liking this, guys. Not liking this one bit. Before the season, prior to the season, Broncos country was sky high. We got Russell Wilson. Oh my gosh, we got Russell Wilson. We had Peyton Manning. We had John Elway. We're going to the Super Bowl again. Not so fast. Not so fast. And that's what bothers me is, did Russell Wilson, is he hiding something from us? Is he hiding something more serious because he doesn't want to stay on the bench? He doesn't want to be injured. He doesn't want to go on IR. Is he hiding something? That's what I want to know. I want to know what is going on. And of course, we never really know because it's in-house stuff. And I understand that to a point. But as a fan, we should be able to know what's going on. After all, we're the ones supporting the team. We're the ones buying the tickets, going to the games, buying the jerseys, stuff like this. I mean, come on. Shouldn't we know? Should we not know what's going on? Or I should say, should we know what's going on? Of course we should. Of course we should. And I understand you don't want to put the information out there because the other team's going to find out and this, that, and the other thing. That's all well and good. Okay, then practice both of them. Practice Rippon and Wilson. And then don't let anybody know who's starting till game day. That way they have to double practice. The Chargers would have to double practice because they wouldn't know who they're getting. That's what I would like to see. And I'm going to move right into the game against the Chargers on Monday night, this coming Monday at SoFi Stadium, another primetime game. Is it possible that the Broncos could have 5 primetime games and not win a single one in the first 3? Sure it is. We lost to Seattle. We lost to the Colts. And now we got to face the Chargers. Can we beat them? Sure we can. Of course we can. They're beatable. Houston beat them. So, well, wait a minute. Let me think. I don't think so because Houston beat us. So I'm not too sure we can. I hope so. I want us to. I'm just not too sure we can. Because I don't know what Russell Wilson, person, quarterback, we're going to see. Are we going to see Russell Wilson, swinging the ball down the field and up and down the field like he did, crazy against Seattle, against the Raiders, against Houston? Are we going to see that? Or are we going to see the end result where Nathaniel Hackett decides to call a bonehead play? And everybody in the world knows that when they play Madden, you don't call that play because it doesn't work. Or are we going to see the injured Russell Wilson, who throws 2 interceptions, one horribly bad over KJ Hamler's head, And then we end up going to overtime and losing that by a field goal when nobody scores a touchdown. Is that the kind of quarterback we're going to see Monday? I don't know. Frankly, I don't want to see Russell Wilson Monday. I want to sit him. Actually, I wanted to sit him against the Colts because I felt Rippon had a much better chance to beat the Colts than Wilson. Just rest him. I mean, nobody really knew what kind of an injury he had, a torn whatever it is up there, torn latum or lathium or something like that. Nobody knew it at the time, but they knew he was struggling. So if he's struggling, why don't you put in Rippon, especially against a very sorry Colts team? Well, I guess now we're sorrier because we lost him. But what I'm saying is, if you have a good chance of winning the game with a pedestrian quarterback, well, Rippon's better than a pedestrian quarterback, so why not put him in? Nope, didn't do it. Did not do it. And the end result, we lose. Now we go to the Chargers. Do you put Rippon in now? I don't think so. But if Wilson's not 100% and he starts making interceptions and making bad decisions and missing wide open receivers because he just can't get it there because his shoulder's bothering him, yeah, you pull him. You pull him and put in Rippon. You have to. If you want to have a chance to win the game, you have to. The only other thing that they could possibly do to win this game on Monday is this. If Wilson is still banged up, but he's good enough to at least, make the little check down passes or the screen passes or whatever, Broncos need a solid running game. Solid running game. Period. If they can control the ball and run time off the clock and keep Justin Herbert on the bench, and with Austin Eckler and everybody else they have, and Denver can score, dare I say it, if Denver can score touchdowns and not field goals on those long drives, that is going to be the key to win the game. Do I think the Broncos can run? I don't know. We got guys banged up on the line. They have Joey Bosa. They have Khalil Mack on the edges. I'm not too sure. But I also don't want to see a banged up Russell Wilson trying to throw a pass and get slammed by either one of those guys. I don't want to see that either, because then we can lose him for the entire season. So I say, guys, I'm not sure whether or not you're going to agree with me, but I'm going to say it anyway. I would rather sit Russell Wilson in this game and play Rippon and just give it your best shot. Hopefully you get a win. If not, it's okay. I know we would be 2-4, but we'd still have Russell Wilson to have one more week to recover. And we play the Jets next. So it's an easier game. I say sit Russell Wilson and play Rippon and hope for the best. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm thinking. Final score, if Wilson plays, no, I'm not even going to go there. Final score, hate to say it, guys. I don't care who's quarterback for the Broncos. Final score, Chargers 24, Denver 13. That's it, guys. That's all I have. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you have not subscribed, please do so. I greatly appreciate it. Costs nothing, and really support my channel. Appreciate it. Always hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, and just thanks, guys, for watching every single week. It's my pleasure to bring it. I enjoy it. And until next Tuesday, but before then, Broncos game Monday night at SoFi Stadium against the LA Chargers. Come on, Broncos. Let's get a win. We'll talk to you then, guys, on Tuesday. Take care. Bye-bye.